This one might get a little juicy tonight, everybody. Just a little juicy tonight. I'm gonna guarantee it. Which is why I'm sticking, that's why I'm going with the Wrath by Oliva. Yeah, we are. We're going. I'm feeling not completely wrathful. Come on now. There we go. I'm not feeling completely wrathful, but you know. And no, it ain't got nothing to do with Chad, because I love Chad. Dang. He goes live when Chad's like the honey badger. Chad goes live when Chad goes live. That's what he does. Boy. So good on him. Oh. So even if things are a bit light today, we'll be just fine. Just fine. Yeah, this song fits my mood. I see Cincy and Donald Graham. Good to see y'all. Good to see y'all. Indeed. Wife's out of town. Done left me. She'll be back. I hope. Doing it wrong. Good to see you, sir. Oh yeah, I need to write that down. I need to do a Stone Cold. Oh hell yeah. Just because of that. My resolution's not good. What do I look like? Let me see. Alright, should be improving now. Looked like there was a glitch in the... Looks like there was a hamster in the airways. Yeah, I see it. There was a hamster in the airways. The internet's been so stupid. I gotta get Xfinity come out here and fix this stuff. Oh, mercy. I mean, that's how it goes. Ooh, this is Maduro. I might get buzzed tonight. I might get a slight buzz tonight. WK Piper Cincinnati! Giving that shout. Love it. Mm-hmm. Yum. Yum, yum. Get you some. How is everybody? How's everybody doing? How's everybody's Tuesday? Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's doing good. Yeah, we had boy, there's been all kinds of crazy things going on. I had somebody ask me a very, very salty question. And I will read the response as well. Get that drink going. I got you. Here you go. It's Miller time. That's another soundbite I need. Oh, shit. Let's see. It's Miller time. It's got to be. It's got to be one. It's an excellent soundbite. How's work going, Cincy? You go over there cutting it up? Car bombs. Yeah. I mean, I definitely probably could do one that does, that says that. I'd have to find one. I'd have to figure out a good one. I just never know exactly what. Wait, what? Here, this next one would be a car bomb one. Let's see.
What will
Nope. 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 Nope, I don't think so. That one needs to be cranked up some, more than likely. That's what I would say. I would say that one needs to be cranked up. That way, you know, it's not drowned out. No, none of it's drowned it out. Now I just got to remember what the file name was. And how I keyed that, because you know, I just never know how I key some of this stuff. Or if those need to be higher, because I think it was the sound bites that needed to be higher, was what I think, if I can remember correctly. I wonder if this was under failure. There it is. Yeah, that should have definitely been cranked up some. Let's check this next one. Let's see how this next one looks. So glad the stream is working again. So, oh, yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, I know you, sir. I know you. Let's see. Which one is the Yep, that one goes through correctly. Yep. That one's definitely plenty loud. I almost wonder if I just want my music, low. Like if I pull it down, I'm just gonna pull it down and I'm gonna take the ducking off. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pull it down. How's that? And then we don't have ducking or anything like that. Are you guys on board with that? Just a steady music sound, just kind of low. Just kind of low, setting the mood for all things. It's an A&W sugar-free root beer time. Then it's beer time. Then beer time has arrived. But yeah, part of me's thinking just keep the music low. Just kind of feel it. Or if anything, maybe a very, very slight ducking. I don't know. You tell me. Get it down, Graham. Is that too low now? And see, if I apply this ducking, then it's not going to go down too far. Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of digging that. It just pops it down just a tad. Just a tad. Good heavens. I tell you, the way this week is starting out. What's everybody smoking and drinking over there? Oh, you got a bail. Doing it wrong came in and was out. Boris, good to see you, my friend. Always. We're doing another little bitty tweak with the music. I'm just kind of setting it at a low. Just bringing it down, letting it hover, letting it duck just a little. Because again, I don't want to drown out the sound effects.
Now, the minute it looks like there's gonna be trouble, we got to nip it.
Some of that John Asbury. Oh, there's the wife. Let's see what the wife's doing. Hey, hon.
I love you.
Oh, I love you.
I'm in the hotel.
Oh, very good. I'm just sitting out here in the garage doing a little live.
All right, I figured you were.
You know, just hanging with the guys.
I'm gonna have me some sushi and a beer. I went to the bar to get a beer. was gonna pay for it, and she's like, I already called last call. Just like, she gave her 2 beers.
Nice. Sushi and a beer.
Yep, and some TV.
I wouldn't have any problem with sushi and a beer. I think sushi and a beer is a wonderful thing.
I think so too. I'll let you get back to your stream. Call me later.
All right. I'll call you when I'm done. Love you.
Bye.
Bye. It was the wife. As Derek Tant always says, my wife. Oh, it's a little E.H. Taylor since it's Tuesday. What do you drink on Wednesday? A little rain, Ron. That's good news. That's good news. That's damn good news. I didn't hear Picking and Piping's. I don't think I heard Picking and Piping's soundbite. Are they just... Is it just uber quiet? What's the deal? Weller on Wednesday. I get you. I can feel that. Yeah. I'm good with that. Oh, I know what the problem is. It's not even sending. That's very interesting. Now let's try that again.
2 hours later.
Holy crap, wrong one. Good Lord, sorry about that. Let's try that again.
2 hours later.
There it is. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and need to get everybody's soundbite going. It looks like I just have to refresh certain things. Yeah, I didn't hear it either. So I guess the program just didn't send it over. But that's okay because there's a workaround. There's always a workaround.
Oh no, it isn't. Oh, it can't
Yep,
be.
there's
Say
one.
the name, Boris.
There's 2.
All right, Cincinnati, it is time for this town to get down.
Do you know who
There's
I am?
3.
I'm kind of a big deal. People know me. My apartment smells of rich mahogany.
Evening, fellow pipe smokers. Hope everyone's doing well.
There's 4.
Matthew here from Picking and Piping.
And here's 5.
Good friend Phil Rivera, pipe maker extraordinaire.
Matthew's volume needs to be up.
Evening, fellow pipe smokers. Hope everyone's doing well. It's Matthew here from Picking and Piping.
Much better. Try it one more
Evening,
time.
fellow pipe smokers. Hope everyone's doing well. It's Matthew here from Picking and Piping.
We can leave it right there. Done. Done deal. See, I'll get you. I'll get you on the flip side. So now I know I need to refresh all those things. Make it stop. Make it stop. Well, since you convinced your twin that he was adopted, which is terrible. Oh, my God. What an awful thing, Matthew. What's your brother's name, Matthew? Glad you dropped in, Matthew. Either way, always glad you dropped in. Oh, it's only terrible. I don't know about that, sir. I don't know about that. I am not sure that is correct. Peter, okay. Nice. Donald Graham, do you have a soundbite? I don't know if you have one yet. Those are works in progresses. It's all a work in progress. Let's see. What's a... Here, I'll give you one. Let's see. Let's see if I have one. Here's one. Here's one for now.
I'm your huckleberry.
Malapidated? Maladidabed? Maladapid? I don't know what that means. We do all kinds of interim sound bites. I have my own interims as well. That's how it goes. Like always, like old Steve.
Let me just get a feel of it.
Classic. Classic. Donald Graham, I don't disagree. I'm going to work on it. There's a process. Ask anybody that's gotten one. There's a whole process that I go through for this. Let's see if the flipping CloudBot's working today. Ah, there we go. Good deal. Good deal. Good deal. I'm enjoying it. So happy October 11th. Just want to let you know that the word of the day is Britain or Britain. Britain. It's an integer used to express admiration of a person coupled with wishes for their continued success in an endeavor of their own choosing. All the best. Good luck. Britain. I don't even know how you use an integer. Another quote for the day: overweight kids become overweight adults. This is factually true. I am a product of this, so this is completely factual. Oh, happy birthday to your other brother. What's his name? That soundbite fits Donald Graham. Yikes. Poor guy. I mean, you know, it happens. I'm not going to say it doesn't happen, but, you know. But it can happen. 12th here. All right, Boris. There's blood tests and everything. Well, okay. Well, I'm glad to know that. I'm glad to know that for sure. Let's see. It is Ada Lovelace Day. Does anybody know what that means? I have no idea what that means. I can't even read that, Phil. It's General Pulaski Memorial Day. Headspace Day. Gotta have a little headspace. Must have a little headspace. International Day of the Girl Child. Also, it's Kimberly Day. All you Kims out there, welcome aboard. If that's one of my favorite movies and favorite quotes. Let's see. Myths and Legends Day for all fantasy movie, books, and legends cephalopods. What the heck is a cephalopod? Can I just get normal, basic language words? Is that so hard to ask for? I mean, or to provide? National Food Truck Day. Yep. All of you that like the exit more than you like the entrance. It's National Coming Out Day. There you go. Remedial biology class now. I doubt that. National Food. Do we get National Food Truck Day? I love me some food truck. Does anybody have any good food trucks around them? I love. Anytime I can find a good street taco truck. All day long. All day long, I'll take it. All day long. That's just horrible, Ron. God, poor kid.
I don't think it means what you think it means.
That's exactly what happened to that poor kid. It's my party day. It's my party, and I will smoke a cigar if I want to. Sargar. Oh, National Sausage Pizza Day. Who gets sausage on their pizza? I do. Meat lovers all day. I love me some good Italian sausage on a pizza. Own a Business Day. Congratulations, Phil. Own a Business Day. Southern Food Heritage Day. We have a few bad ones around there. Oh, it happens. Lots of taco trucks around. So I love, man, a good street taco. Now, I'm not the biggest on El Pastor because I don't like pineapple. The wife loves some El Pastor. World Child Development Day. It's a good one. World Obesity Day. Just be aware. Your doctor will make you aware, just so you know. And it's You Go Girl Day. You go, girl.
What the?
Let's see. This week is National Case Management Week. So, okay, we keep everything together. I always appreciate being able to keep things together. Let's see. National Chestnut Week. I don't know if I've ever had a chestnut. Boris, that's my day every day, except for like certain brief stints throughout my life where I just, by pure will, drop a whole bunch of pounds. Is any member of the molluscan class cephalopoda, such as a squid? Okay, all right. I don't know how cephalopods got into fantasy and sci-fi day. Yep. National Hispanic Heritage Week. There we go. Of course, National Metric Week here in the U.S. Oh, I hate when you have to sneeze. Oh my God, I hate when you have to sneeze and it's not there. Just let it happen. Nope, didn't happen. Okay. Not going to force it. Don't ever force it. It's not a good thing to do. Never a good thing to do. Born in 1835, Theodore Thomas, American conductor who founded the Chicago Symphony Orchestra. How about them apples? Been to the Rotunda. Have not. Have not, good sir. In 1884, Eleanor Roosevelt, American politician who became the 39th First Lady of the United States. Oh, 1905, Fred Trump, American real estate entrepreneur. Look, he's all right. He's got so many things he's doing here. Okay, he's gonna be huge. He's gonna be huge. It's so huge. Excuse me. Let's see. I almost said fried Trump. The fact that I'd misread that as I had was awful. Let's see. 1932, Dottie West, American singer, songwriter, and actress, was born on this day. 1946, Daryl Hall, American singer, songwriter, and producer. Some good old Hall & Oates. She's... Well, no, I've got that. Where's that at? Excuse me. I did not mean to do that like that. I really like this song. I'll have to play that in a little bit. Does anyone have to stare at the sun or a light bulb to sneeze? I do. Does that work? I'm staring at a light right now. I feel a tingle in my nose. It's so tingly. It's went away. It'll come back. I mean, it's you know, I don't know if it's weird, but I mean, I feel like it's probably... Okay. I mean, it might be a little bit. I mean, I'm not against it. I think it's fine. My mic is a bit hot, so turning that sucker down some. The sun in my eyes will make me sneeze. Okay. Interesting. I did not know these things. Steve Young was born in 1961, American football player for the San Francisco 49ers. Was also a sportscaster. Or isn't, was, could be. I don't know. Famous deaths. Kazimierz Pulaski, Polish-American general in 1779. 1809, Meriwether Lewis, American captain, explorer, and politician famous for the Lewis and Clark expedition. He was the second governor of the Louisiana Territory. And in 2007, Werner von Trapp, Austrian-American singer, also died on this day. And I just don't care. I don't really see any... I don't see any major... I don't see any major ones. Is there a good dish? I don't know. Is there a good dish to have for obesity? I always tell my wife, I said the only time I lost weight was when I was always hungry. Just saying. We're constantly always trying to make sure we're keeping the boy. Because here's the thing, okay? All right, let me have a gripe real quick, okay? I love my dad. Oh, the lovely cabbage soup diet. I mean, I love boiled cabbage. So, I mean, is boiled cabbage kind of like cabbage soup? Can cabbage and boiled cabbage and cabbage soup work interchangeably, Sue? I mean, I'm good for it if that's the case. The Niners suck. Yes, I have a gripe, okay? I have a grandparent gripe. The grandparent gripe that I have is that on occasion my father will go and pick up my son from school. And then they will go hang out. The gripe that I have is when he comes home at 5 o'clock and he's got a bag of McDonald's that's already mostly been eaten, which includes a large fry and like a plain double cheeseburger. Eat a bowl before I could eat a bowl of cabbage soup before every meal. If it's just like boiled cabbage, I could do that, no problem. That'll work for me. And as long as it's low calorie. Yeah, well, that's true, Donald Graham. Yeah, you're correct there. And so here's the deal. Like, he gets out at like 2:30. My dad goes and feeds him a double cheeseburger and fries before 3 o'clock. Then all of a sudden at 7 o'clock, the boy is fully hungry again because he ate dinner so much earlier. And oh, good deal. All right, I'll take it. I've never had one of those recipes. Great job, Donald. Good job on that. And my thing is that, and I had to have a talk with him. I said, Dad, you are completely messing up his eating habits. If you would like to get him a snack, go get a little ice cream sundae. Go get a small fry. He just ate at lunch. The snack that he usually gets is like some freaking like goldfish, not a whole meal. So yeah, so I as much as I love my dad and I love my mom, this one rubs me the wrong way every single time. Did anybody else have problems with grandparents and some of the stuff they would do with your kids? That it just, I know, I appreciate, and again, I don't need him to go pick him up. He's doing it because he's wanting to pick him up, but gosh dang it, just let that boy eat normally. Am I wrong or am I wrong? I don't know if I'm wrong. I don't think I'm wrong, but I don't think I'm wrong. Love him to death. Stop making my son fat. I don't know if I can make it any clearer. So yeah, and I see this happen with a lot of the kids that some of my friends let their grandparents watch them or their parents watch the grandkids, and it's like, good Lord, please stop. One of my buddies has a daughter that his mother-in-law would go and pick them up from school and everything. And every day, this lady bakes cakes. This is what she does. They're wonderful cakes, by the way. Delicious. And she would let the kids every day raid the fondant drawer. I'm like, that's so wrong. Why would you do that? So, I mean, I of course was like, that's going to cause some problems. That's going to make some issues. One way or the other, that's going to make some issues. But I digress on that. But I'm just curious, anybody else had those problems? And I find it harder and harder to lose weight these days, which obviously is part of a product of getting older as well. It is what it is. On this day in history, we had In 1767, the survey of the Mason-Dixon line separating the U.S. states of Maryland and Pennsylvania. That's pretty cool. Oh, here we go. In 1811, the Juliana is the first steam-powered ferry to operate in the New York harbor. Yeah, Cincy. I mean, drives me nuts. Love him. Drives me nuts. Let's see. 1852, Australia's oldest university, the University of Sydney, is inaugurated. Where's Glenn? Where's Drop Bear? While we're at it. Let's see. In 1890, the Daughters of the American Revolution is founded. Washington, D.C. Okay. 1910, U.S. President Theodore Roosevelt becomes the first U.S. president to fly in an airplane. I wonder how... Whew, gosh, it wants to be there. Look at the light. Look at the light. Is this one brighter? All right, look at it. Oh, come on. Come on, come on. No, it didn't work. All right. How nerve-wracked do you think the Secret Service was having the president get on the plane for the very first time? Has anybody ever thought about that? Like, what would we feel like if the president of the United States gets on like the first spacecraft to do like an interstellar check of whatever, Space Force, whatever it is? I mean, I gotta imagine. I would wager that all kinds of new protocols had to be put in place the first time a president had flew on a plane. That is fascinating to me. 1944, the Soviet Union annexed the Tuvan People's Republic. In 1968, Apollo 7, the first successful manned Apollo mission, is launched by NASA. Relieved maybe. 1976, George Washington is... Wait a minute, hold on a second. Yeah, posthumously promoted to the grade of General of the Armies. Okay, congratulations there, sir. It just took a couple hundred years. 1984, astronaut Catherine D. Sullivan becomes the first American woman to perform a spacewalk. In 2000, NASA launches the STS-92, their 100th space shuttle mission. And in 2001, the Polaroid Corp files for federal bankruptcy. Who had a Polaroid? Did anybody have a Polaroid? I loved Polaroids. My dad was always so particular about who touched a Polaroid, I swear. Love them. Swear I love them. You know, in 1975, Saturday Night Live makes its debut on NBC with two musical guests, Janice Ian and Billy Preston. That must have been a big night. I can imagine that being a big night. Possibly being a big night. Maybe not a huge, maybe it was huge. Maybe not a huge night. 1983, Can't Slow Down is the second solo album released by Lionel Richie. 1986, When I Think of You by Janet Jackson hits #1 on the Hot 100. Woman Could Dance. 1988, Touch is the debut album released by Sarah McLachlan. 2003, Justin Timberlake appears on Saturday Night Live for the first time as the host as well as the musical guest. And in 2016, Rod Stewart is knighted at Buckingham Palace. I'm going to go with that. Oh, there's my boy right there. 1911, Ty Cobb and Frank Schultz are both named inaugural MLB MVPs. But Ty Cobb was a jerk. That guy was ruthless. Oh yeah, and then that sucker would just, or like it would kick it out, and that thing would just pop right back in. Love the Polaroid. 1923, Babe Ruth hits 2 home runs in a World Series game. In 1927, Lou Gehrig is the first baseman for New York Yankees, is named the American League MVP. In 1967, the 3 consecutive home runs hit by Carl Yastrzemski, Reggie Smith, and Rico Petrocelli of the Boston Red Sox set a World Series record. Fascinating. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Boy, I tell you, there's all kinds of crazy stuff. Did you hear about Tulsi Gabbard? By the way, she's fallen. I'm just saying. She's a pretty lady. She's pretty. has officially moved from the Democrat Party, which is fascinating. I don't know if I'm the Democrat Party, I don't know if I let her go. I'm just saying. I'm not sure I let Tulsi Gabbard go. I wouldn't let her go. That seems like a big loss right there. That seems like a train wreck loss. I don't know if y'all heard this story or not, but I was very, very fascinated by this. Did anybody hear about what PayPal was doing? Specifically when it comes to fines on your PayPal account? So a new policy in PayPal's fine print. Let's see if I can look up the actual PayPal policy. I'm going to see if I can just find a image of said policy. I don't know how it was updated on November 3rd of 2022. That seems like clickbait. Maybe that was previously. I just want to see what it looks like. Will you please? So yeah, so there was number 5, PayPal inserted itself, and this is a pretty long paragraph, but specifically on section 5. Yeah, shot. Yep. Negative. Number 5. They're going to find you beginning November 3rd. Okay, that's what that meant. Beginning November. Yeah, beginning November. So you are independently responsible for complying with all applicable laws in all of your actions related to your use of PayPal services, regardless of the purpose of the use. In addition, you must adhere to the terms of this acceptable use policy. Violation of this acceptable use policy constitutes a violation of the PayPal user agreement and may subject you to damages, including liquidated damages of $2,500 US per violation, which may be debited directly from your PayPal account. Okay. What the source of this ire is, if that's not bad enough, is the section that it says if you involve the sending, posting, or publication of any messages, content, or materials that, in PayPal's sole discretion, and then we'll go on down, are fraudulent, promote misinformation, or otherwise unfit for publication. Really? I mean, number 2. Cheers. Right, Sue? So $2,500 at PayPal's sole discretion of any kind of fraudulent, promote information, or otherwise unfit for publication. I can tell you now, I'm not gonna lie, but they can kiss my ass. They can kiss my ass all day. In fact, they can kiss my ass tomorrow. They can kiss my ass Thursday. They can kiss my ass Friday too. They can kiss my ass all year. And then they said they retracted it because it wasn't supposed to be in there. Now, how many of you actually believe that they didn't mean for that to be in there? Because it's in more than one subsection. I feel like I'm in a SpongeBob SquarePants right now, like movie. I mean, that just boggles my freaking mind. I'm just like, that's just something I can't, like, I'm having a hard time grasping. I mean, they'd have to, right, Cincy? I mean, you can't. That's what I'm saying. I don't know how that would even be legal. But here's the thing. Anytime, like, if you work for a company that has internal lawyers and things like that, every one of these things, when there's an update to terms of service, it must go through the company legal department. It's not you're not just allowed to toss something in. That's like complete grounds for an immediate termination and possible personal lawsuit against yourself for something like that. And so I don't believe for a second that's an accident. But I do think it might be foreshadowing. So we will see. All I know is get your finances right. Because the pain is coming. I need John Galdieri to get in here and help me out a little bit. John Galdieri needs to get in here and give me some good tips on the next big thing. I need the next big thing. Because that boggles the mind. We're gonna get to whoopsie. We're gonna get into. I need to move that. Maybe that should go over there or straight behind. Maybe right over there. Maybe directly behind right there. That's possible. Okay, I'll figure it out. Who knows? I will get to that salty question that I received. I will not name the person. But I think I had a pretty good response to them. I probably could have held it together a little bit better though. I probably could have been a little more subtle in my response. I think I probably could have. I don't know though. Elon Musk called them on that, and PayPal said it was just a mistake. Yeah, Ron, I'm like, it's not a mistake. It went through, I guarantee you it went through their legal department. Their legal department has to approve the language. I guarantee you. I am definitely going to call bull on that one. I'm getting a little bit better at the button. I missed a couple on the last tirade. I did miss a few on the last tirade. It does happen on occasion. It does happen on occasion. Is there anything new on the Briar Report? Oh, did this just come out yesterday? I mean, tell me, does anybody else agree that that's Phil in the picture? Is that not Phil sitting next to that young lady? I mean, look at him. He's got the rugged hands. He's drinking like a tonic water. I mean, just tell me, does anybody else think that that's Phil from the Briar Report? I say it is Phil from the Briar Report. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. Her dress is kind of disappearing on her too, right there. Anything goes, man. Yeah, I shake my head all the time. I am boggled by it. Let's see what's going on in the next 2 weeks. All right, I don't know about you, but this is my favorite pipe smoking. I agree, 100%. What is in the chat? I want to know in the chat, what is your favorite pipe smoking weather, and what is your favorite blend for whichever is your favorite season? I don't know about you, but this is my favorite pipe smoking weather. It's also my busiest time of the year, and the two don't fit well together. That sucks. As I've been mentioning for the next 2 weeks, content will be trimmed back. Hopefully that doesn't mean I'll never see you again. It just means if I spend too much time worrying about what to write for the blob, I'm going to be out of work, and that will be the end of that. Understood. I'm the same way. Big country. Good to see you, sir. Phil's the right one, Boris. Yikes. Being responsible means stepping up and doing what needs to be done, no matter what. Someday, this will be as important, but for now, it's a few notches down. Okay. Okay. The newsletter comes out today. I got a fantastic response from the last one, the blurb about creating a page for the website that features new content like new YouTube channels is what sparked the interest. I only get flooded like that a couple times a year, so it's nice to know we've hit on something that people want. Thanks go to Mr. Umberpiper, who originally came up with the idea. Congratulations. Past experiences told me that when you spend a whole lot of time and effort on something, especially something that people ask for, you end up with no real increase in engagement. He's not wrong. I suppose it's the way things are. Unless it's like a 10-second video of you, Phil, doing like the Charlie's Angels bit, having like Boca de Boyton or something, like Charlie call you up and do that whole thing. You can't use Charlie though, because obviously he's Charlie. Not that I don't want to give it a good go, but my expectations as well as my wallet are guarded. Let's see if there really is any interest. Vegas is coming up. Yes, indeedy. I love the cooler weather and the ability to smoke a pipe. This is from Dongram. By a fire and not get too hot. As far as flavor and blend, I would love some Vulcans. Like Balkans, maybe? And also Cavendish blends or anything with Virginia. And okay, yep, I'm good with that. Let's see. Last week I mentioned that over a pot. Here we go. Was what does UA mean? UA on Thursday? Unavailable on Thursday. Turns out he did show up, but later than usual. I bailed out and didn't see him come on. Of course, it turned out to be a fun show, and I missed the whole thing. Watching the reruns is fun, but nothing like being there live. He's been pretty much sticking to the Monday, Tuesday, Thursday thing with Let Her Rip Fridays at the end of the week. I see he has his regulars, but if you're not catching at least one of these shows, you really should. I appreciate that, Phil. I always do. I would never be as happy as Martin. All that smiling and joking, bah! I'd be complaining a lot, and I certainly wouldn't have all that fancy equipment. If I had any guests on, they better be complaining too. I'll tell you that. You got that right. He comes on usually around 9:30ish Eastern, so keep your eyes peeled. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. It kind of depends. I ran a little later because Chad was running on, so I figured I'd cut in a little bit later, just because Chad was on there. But I appreciate it, Phil. If you haven't been to the Briar Report, you gotta go. You gotta go to the Briar Report. He's always got some good stuff. Vegas pipe shows coming up. It's got a couple. We'll see. I have a couple of items. Newsletter about it. Get Piped. Made a couple of videos on the subject, which I shared. If you or someone you know also made or is going to make videos on the pipe show, let me know and I'll pass them along. Absolutely. I like that. Top blends. Anyone doing a top fall blend roundup? Except for the Spurgeon Piper, I haven't seen any. Those are my favorites. Single blends here and there, but nothing big. I know it's tough because tastes vary, but I'd love to see someone with some picks in each category. Like 1 or 2 vapors, 1 or 2 English, 1 or 2 aromatic blends, sort of cover all the bases. When the temperature drops, my tastes completely change, and I'm in a whole other pipe smoking mode. Well, not completely, but a lot. Okay, I get that. Like I've said, it's going to be tough on the blog a couple weeks. You know what? We know you're doing the good work there, Phil. We know you are. Husband says, Thanksgiving blend by LJ Peretti. There we go. Yes. That's a good one. I definitely like that. He looks like Floyd the Barber. 50 degrees to 75 degrees. That's what Boris likes. Yeah, I can see that. Since he's agreeing with Donald Graham, love the fall weather. Absolutely. Fall weather and pipe. Good times. Ron says he likes sitting on the porch when it's cool and raining.
I'm getting really sick of
There's
guys
Todd.
named Todd.
Cool and raining. Dark, let's see, dark rain, cloud, some lightning. It's even better. I like a good storm. Yeah, get that English. I mean, here's the thing. I'll express what my I'll express to you what kind of blends I smoke at this time of year. So for the month of October, it would be, this is under my seasonal blend list. There we go. So for the month of October, it would be Virginia Burley blends, and that would absolutely include Esoterica Stonehaven. 100%. Esoterica Stonehaven for the win for me for the month of October. It's a great one. Again, as I progress through that season, I'll like November. November is 100% big burley. Big, bold, nutty burley. I don't think you can go wrong with some big, bold, nutty burley. That's probably one of my... I would probably say Thanksgiving is probably one of my top 2 or 3 months to have a pipe. Absolutely. So I definitely like the burley in November. Just something about it, especially considering like it's Thanksgiving and everything in the U.S. and like, man, it's just so good. It's so good. I'd probably say, then when I get to December, hitting the English blends pretty hard. Yeah, I mean they're great year round, Boris. There's something about going into the colder months, particularly the fall, like mid fall, where you're eating a lot of heavier food, like just kind of heavy stuff. And like I can imagine, having Thanksgiving, turkey, stuffing, dressing, whatever, cranberry sauce, mashed potatoes, green beans, Brussels sprouts, corn on the cob, nice big ringed honeyed ham. And then get some pecan pie, some pumpkin pie, red velvet cake. And then just once I am just stuffed like the turkey I just devoured, then I'm going to sit back with a fat burley blend and just woo. Yeah. What are your favorite burley blends? Chat. What do you got as your favorite burley blends? I'd be very curious. I'm trying to think what my favorite complete. I mean, like, what's a I need to look at some. Let's see. Let's see. All right, let's just trying to remember what I've had. Sometimes that's hard. Try to remember like what you actually had. There we go. Blend type. Burley based. There we go. Let's see. I mean, you got Prince Albert's right on the top, ain't it? Prince Albert right there. I mean, your two like most classics at the very top. Yeah, of course, your Codger, Prince Albert, Carter Hall. Ooh, I definitely will reach for some Haunted Bookshop. Cornell and Deal nailed that one. Ooh, some Solani aged Burley Flake. There you go. There's a Sir Walter Raleigh. Yeah, I mean, you can conjure that stuff up. Some Old Joe Krantz. I have never had Old Joe Krantz. Yep. Boris, I know you smoke a lot of Solani ABF. Burley morning pipes. I mean, it's got to be a great way of waking up. Big Country been smoking a lot of Old Joe Krantz. Ordered 2 pounds by mistake. Don't drink, order backy. That's awesome. See if there's anything I've had. Ooh, I've had Five Brothers, which, by the way, don't sleep on that one. I've never had Granger. Believe it or not, I've never had. Believe this or not. I think I've only had one Codger blend, and it was a long time ago. I think it was half and half. Mixture 79 is a favorite. I can see that. Drink Order Backy. I feel like that should be a channel, don't you, Sue? Drink Order Backy. What about crooners? Anybody had crooner? I've had Amphora. Oh, there's Pegasus. Yeah, I can see that one. Guy with Hogarth, Kendall, Kentucky. Okay. Some Old Lane Limited Edgeworth Ready Rub. Seems like that's got pretty good reviews on it. Oh, there you go. Some Wessex Burley Slice. Here we go. Number 1 is Sutliff Match Sugar Barrel, then Briggs Model SWR Pennsylvania and Haunted Bookshop with what is PA? I know what PA is. I don't know why I said Pennsylvania. And black coffee. I can see it with black coffee. What is PA? PA is throwing me off. Modale. Is it Modale? Don Grant, one of my good old-fashioned Codger blends that I go to is Captain Black. Yes. I've been thinking about going through the entire Captain Black series, especially since I have just a little bit of grape left with the D-Man. I figured he'd like that. I figured that would be fun. Oh, H.H. Burley Flake by McBaron. I'm good with that. I see it. John Middleton's Sugar Barrel. Great Outdoors. Sutliff Match Ready Rub. There's so many. There's just so many. I mean, Burley is just... It's just that punch you in the mouth kind of stuff. Sir Walter Raleigh. Is it Milan's? Like Milan Tobacconist? Is that who it is? Because what's his name has a sugar barrel. Or was that what you were talking about? Oh, it's Sutliff's. It's a Sutliff match. I got you. Yeah, I mean, it looks... I mean, there's just so many. I don't know how you choose. What's the highest ranked Burley blends? Here's the highest ranked, which have hardly any reviews. The highest ranked Burley blends with more than 10 reviews on tobaccoreviews.com is HU Tobacco Nashville County Original Warehouse Blend, Affordable Pipes Bluegrass Medley, Yuli's Blend 00, Watch City Cigar Deluxe Crumb Cut, Watch City Slices, Le Petit Robin, Cuban Mixture by Peretti, and McBaron's HH Burley Flake. That's all of the 3.7s and up. Okay, yeah, so Milan's Tobacconist. I'm all right. I'm gonna have to look at that. I like Milan. I've ordered from them many times. I've got some of their other samples, like some of their... Oh, I have some of their other samples. Because they're always good about sending samples in the mail, which is nice, and I can appreciate that. There's nothing, to me, there's nothing wrong. Nothing wrong with that. At any time. I'll take it absolutely anytime. I mean, I want some right now that I'm feeling it. Nashville County is a good blend, but not very burly. Okay. Yeah, these are burly. The category is burly based, so it doesn't quite give you like how much. I wonder what pipe tobacco blends have the most burly. What pipe tobacco blends have the most burly? Okay, let's check out top 10 best-selling burley blends at Smoking Pipes. So we've got McBaron HH Burley Flake coming in at number 11. Peter Stokeby's PS41 Cube Cut coming in at number 10. At number 9, Cornell and Deal's Pegasus. Number 8, McBaron's H.H. Bold, Kentucky. Number 7, McBaron's Golden Extra. McBaron's Navy Flake. Number 5, Prince Albert. Number 4, Old Joe Krantz. Number 3, Sir Walter Raleigh, regular. Number 2, McBaron H.H. Old Dark Fired. And the number 1, Burley-based blend on Smoking Pipes is Haunted Bookshop. Haunted Bookshop. Troy, good to see you. Ooh, Briar Fox. There we go. I can do some Briar Fox. Ooh, Solani's okay. Let me find some Solani. Let's see what that looks like. I could go for that. The aged Burley Flake. It's got real good reviews too. Oh yes, I have seen this so many times and never picked it up. I don't know why. Why haven't I picked this up? What is wrong with me? That's something I need to do. I'm gonna see how much is it a 10 now. I'm sure like everything's so ridiculously priced these days. Let's check out Solani's. Let's just see what's in stock. No aged Burley Flake, I can tell you that. Nope, but I have seen it many times. I need to probably pull the trigger on that because that sounds like it would be really good. But I've never pulled the trigger on it. Not once. And I feel like I probably need to. I feel like that would be something that I could probably enjoy. Wonder what 10 Bids is up to. 10 Bids. Oh Lord, they've got them a lot. Holy crap. Look at this. A lot of 8. This has got 27 days. 27 days, and this already has $600. Reserve is met. That's, golly, that's almost $100 a 10. I'm gonna try. I need to find some. I think that would be good. Troy, I don't know. I want to try it, Troy. I think that would be a good one to try. 6 of the Frog Morton, just 50 milliliter. I'll tell you right now, one of my absolute favorite blends in the fall has got to be Frog Morton on the Town. I'd rather smoke Frog Morton on the Town than I would Frog Morton Cellar, as much as I love Frog Morton Cellar. I really love On the Town. I think that probably is the, now granted, I haven't had Across the Pond, but man, that is the flagship for me. That looks like an older Dunbar, Tim. That I haven't seen before. It looks like it's dying off a little bit on the 10 bids. It looks like there was quite a bit right off the bat. Oh my gosh, they keep throwing these out there, and I need to get some of these NASPCs. I'm all about the Lord of the Rings. I mean, you got me. If it says Lord of the Rings, I'm done. You got me. If you want a very good Burley, is Amphora Burley. Okay, I need to try some Amphora Burley. Donald Grant. I have not been able to find any Carter Hall. I would love. I see it at Kroger all the time, and Ingles, which is kind of funny. Very expensive. Let's see. 10 bids is ridiculous, but I know where to offload 10s if I need you. I mean, you ain't wrong, Cincy. Boris's palate, if you like Burleys, can't go wrong. But that's his palate. He's got that disclaimer on there. I mean, Cincy, if you're going to let them go, you better let them go for a premium. Look at that lighter. Ain't that cute? Ain't that purty? Look at that cute lighter. I like it. How sweet it is. Yep. There's just not much out there. I think it was kind of like a flash in the pan. Probably will pick up steam. I think later on is probably going to pick up some more steam. But I just don't think it's in prime time right yet. I don't think it is quote unquote hitting the prime time. But at some point it will. At some point for sure it will. Which I look forward to. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna hit that message that I had because I feel like the message was important. I'm gonna cut the audio on this one just because I tell you, like, it's the whole thing really bothered the crap out of me. So but I'll crank it back here in a second. So I had somebody, and I go back and forth with this person, and I'm okay with that. And I mean, we've had some pretty salty conversations. You know, Sue, I have not seen any esotericas, I think, almost all year. I think I saw a couple places with a couple different tins of something, but I haven't seen jack all year, and that includes esoterica. So I'm very curious about. I don't even know if they're even deciding to list it, or if there was some issue in production. But I digress on that. Troy, I'm liking Burley's, so I just might on my next tobacco grab get it, sir, and then come back and let us know what you thought too. Because if you get it before I do, I'll be curious. Since I saw Timbids at Ohio Pipe Show, I wonder how much commission they take as compared to Pipe Stud, Steve. I don't know. That would be a really, really good question. They do have some good Laodicean and esotericas. They're it's very hard. Old Hollywood had a small drop out in Cali a few months ago. Yeah, I didn't, and I think you really have to beat the streets for it. So I don't think there's an easy way. I don't think there's an easy way to get it anymore, which is fine. You know, I don't need any more. I stocked up on the parts that I want. I will smoke other things and have those as a treat, and they will continue to age, and I will enjoy them as they age. So I'm fine with it. So yeah, so I got this one person that likes to, you know, kind of come at me a lot of times for different things. And in this case, the person had a statement that I was kind of taken aback, as in, not that it was offensive, though the person is definitely trying to be offensive. But the fact that, well, let me just read it to you. Perhaps, this is how it goes. Perhaps you can explain why Republicans called the infrastructure bill socialism, but then write letters asking for the same money for their own districts. Hey, Clarence, good to see you. Ooh, Carter Hall every day. I don't know if I've had Carter Hall. I feel like I have had it maybe at a pipe meet or something. McBaron Navy Flake. There we go. Plum cake. Yes. Burley is goodness, Clarence. I 100% agree. Burley is goodness. And so again, this person said, perhaps you can explain why Republicans called and this is the 2021 infrastructure bill. So it's not called the infrastructure bill, but it was deemed the infrastructure bill socialism, but then writes letters asking for the same money for their own districts. And the thing that kind of bugged me about it was like, I don't know if this person understands how things work. So I went ahead and responded. And I usually give pretty as well thought out as I possibly can. I'm not a great person with words and writing and things like that. I'd like to be. I'd love to just retire and write books. That would be my passion, if you can believe it. So the very first thing was I said, well, because it is. It's got social aspects to it. That's fine. So obviously the person is not arguing the point that it's socialism. He's just arguing the point that why would somebody call it socialism that's a Republican who is from what I'm gathering, is saying they're against socialism and then request the money. I said, okay. I mean, I was like, I get your point, just not well thought out. So then I went into number 2 and I said, because they and their constituents, even though they didn't vote for this bill, is what I'm trying to explain, have to pay the tax to fund it. And I even asked him, I said, was this really a question? And I explained, I said, here's how it works. I said, this is like my wife and I buy a car together that she ends up liking and I don't. Anybody had that problem? Yes. And then after we buy that car, she turns around and says, I can't drive the car because I didn't want it, even though I'm also paying for the car. Now, I told him, I said, I don't mean to be insulting in my response, but this was a really stupid question. This was just a bait. This is a question where somebody's trying to bait you, and it's obvious. And I said the intentions were obvious and just overall lazy. I said, I'm assuming you got this from some type of media talking point and you didn't even work it out yourself. Then again, this is a type of religion style. Everyone's regurgitating talking points and don't do the slightest amount of work to make sure it's actually valid or has any actual real substance to back it up. And so, again, I get these a lot, and I'm okay with it. I don't mind it. You know, there's certain things that, you know, I'm all over the spectrum on. There's certain things I can agree with some people and I can't with others, and that's fine. But I have a problem when people don't want to have a discussion. They don't want to have a discussion. They want to have a gotcha. And I'm starting to feel like this is a social media thing. I'm starting to feel like this is a social media kind of thing. Because if you think about this drive for immediate satisfaction and gratification by doing a 30-second, you know, clickbaitish, whatever, like, you know, TikTok video or whatever the shorts or whatever. And I feel like we've gotten to that point in discussions where nobody wants to talk anymore. They just want to do gotchas. But then sometimes gotchas are going to be kind of embarrassing if your gotcha really got you back. And so, you know, but I found it fascinating, and I was just, you know, I don't know what you guys think about it, but I was very fascinated by the question, to think that just because certain groups were against a policy, that they're not entitled to also take part in it. I mean, could you imagine if that's how it worked? Could you imagine, like, if that's how things really, really work? That would be nuts. Ron is raising his hand. How are you doing? Morrison says, as an outsider, I have wondered when I hear liberal and communism in same sentence. Communists for sure are not liberals. Yeah, Boris, I think a lot of things have changed in America in terms of what liberalism, classic, because I mean, now we've started seeing subcategories. You know, it's like you don't just have the right over here. You've got the right, conservatives, libertarians, alt-right. I mean, it's just like there's all these factions, and then if you have, you know, like, I guess what you would say left, so right and then left, you have liberalism, and you have like your classic liberals and your progressives and so like it all intertwines, and so there's all these little fringe groups that try to act like they speak for these whole parties, and people listen to it, which is garbage. But, you know, I digress on that. Again, I'm not one that likes to get into political stuff, but I found it fascinating. And I guess I would just say, feel free to have conversations with people about politics. I think that's important. I think it's always good to get out there and flex and get new ideas and understand what other people's views are, because at the end of the day, just because those are their views, it's it's not like they murdered somebody. I mean, they could have, and you don't know that. But I mean, the reality is like, it's just their political view. Who cares? Should not be as big of a deal, just like their religion, just like all the other things that they say are taboo to talk about. I say talk about it. I say next time you see somebody, just say, hey, what side do you lean towards mostly? And on what topics? And if you want to list topics, go for it. If they're offended, just simply say, I mean no offense. I'm just really curious and wanted to see if we could talk about it. And I'd like to make sure that it just stays civil. And I'd be curious about what your views are that are different from mine. I don't know what's wrong with that. Boris, they can and they can't. I mean, you could have communist ideals. You could be a liberal and have some communist ideals. For instance, if you're a liberal and if you've ever read the Communist Manifesto, which somebody drove me to do because they kept talking about it and I needed to get familiar with it. And if you talk about some of the tenets that, current liberals have about, creating a more social structure, designed around that. I mean, yeah, there's communist tenets that you could fit in there. That doesn't mean that they're communists. Because I think that's a much bigger, like overarching ideal or not lifestyle, but you know what I mean? I am I love my hippies. I mean, Kenjiro, I see the same hypocrisy on the left as well. I mean, they did, and again, like I said, I'm not trying to make it political. What I am saying, though, is try to have constructive conversations. Feel free to talk to people. I think everybody will actually find that they have way more in common than what they think. And don't do gotchas. It's not worth it because you're not gonna fix anything. You're definitely not gonna convince anybody anything. So, fun stuff. And Kenjiro, I never disagree if you object to anything on the right. I feel everybody should freely object on both sides. And then everybody can have a conversation. But conversations are different than gotchas. I don't know. I want to have something fun now because now that I'm past that, I would like to check out good old Ammo Head. He's my guy. And you know what? I feel like we're going to do a taco pie. A taco pie sounds good. Yeah, let's go taco pie. What do I have this on? I can cut this down. Here we go. Let's see if this works. Do I have this on the right one?
Hey, everybody.
Oh, I do.
I got a request video here that I'm going to do. It's a cooking video. It's from Lasso and Guns. If you guys remember, I gave him a shout out when I was shooting that Winchester lever action 357 Magnum. Anyway, he sent me a recipe. Got it right here. He also sent me this cool NRA cap. I'm wearing it right now. Thanks, buddy. Well, anyway, it's called Tacos Done Right by, and then his name. I'm not going to mention his name.
Tacos Done Right.
And it says 1 pound of ground beef, which I got. 1 package of chicken taco seasoning.
Since we talked about taco trucks,
so I just got
I love me some taco trucks.
1 can of black beans. I've got 1 can of Rotel mild. I've got. Now, 1 package of Uncle Ben's original rice. I couldn't find nothing that said original rice, so I just got, it says whole grain brown rice.
Whole grain.
Everything else was, had other ingredients in it, so that's the closest thing I could find. 1 bag of sharp cheddar cheese, which I've got right.
Sharp cheddar cheese.
But there it is. And 1 box of Jiffy cornbread mix. Now, that's the part, for me, that kind of threw me for a loop. Cornbread mix and tacos. Anyway,
I feel like he's got a lot of He's got a lot of Jiffy
I'm sure
corn
it's
mix
really good, but
meals.
if it's not,
I
we
feel
got an
like.
excuse. We can blame it
I don't
on,
know.
Lasso and Guns, right? So let me get this hamburger meat busted up and get it fried. And he also made it very clear. He said, make this in the cast iron skillet. So I've got my cast iron skillet warming up. So hang on.
Yep,
All right, so
there it
I
is.
ground up the ground beef. Where'd my spatula go? Drain the fat off of it.
Conjuro, I would agree. I don't think it is
Calls for me to add
necessarily
in the
maybe rice, but I
taco
still love it.
seasoning.
Woo, Lord. Oh, there he goes. See, I don't do the packet seasonings because I don't like the additives in it. So I do all, I try to get
It says,
fresh seasonings from the farmer's
add
market.
black beans.
That's what I prefer. But again, it depends on budget. If you have the budget for it, you can do that. If you can't, pack it all the way.
1 can. I bought 2 just in case because they're kind of small cans.
I like me some Rotel.
One's probably
I will take some Rotel and Velveeta and make queso, and I don't care if you say it's not queso, it's queso to me.
90-minute rice.
Oh, you already cooked it.
There we go.
I mean, it looks like rice. I like me some. I like rice-a-roni.
Oh, goodness. Man, it smells good.
There's not. Okay, there's some liquid in there.
I'm going to try to keep this video short. Because if you're like me, unless the person making the video has a lot of charisma, you get kind of bored watching it. You know what I'm saying?
No Winchester sauce? We need a Winchester recipe.
Watch a 20-minute video on how to make a taco.
The San Francisco treat.
That looks pretty mixed up to me. Now he said spread some cheese over it. So let's spread some cheese.
I have never seen somebody eat so many cheese. No, Congeal, you're right there. You got that right 100%.
It's looking good. You can see how much cheese.
Is Velveeta cheese, though?
Package right now. We'll save some and put some
I don't know.
on top.
I mean, I grew up on it, so I'm a Velveeta cheese kind of guy.
Man, this is a lot of food. Kind of reminds me of that bacon cheeseburger
Which
pie
we
thing
just
that I
watched
did
yesterday.
a few months ago or a year ago or something. I think that's a lot of cheese. There's enough cheese for now. I might leave that. I might respawn that video to this one, whatever. Now, here's the Jiffy cornmeal mix.
Here we go.
Right there. I've got it mixed up. It says the batter will look a little lumpy. That's good because it is. Now it said just spread. Let's see. Spread on top. So let's spread this on top. Make sure
I don't. You know
guys
what? I don't care if
see
Velveeta is cheese or not. It's just goodness.
You guys maybe can see what I'm doing.
And it's great for queso.
Spread it around.
Does he have enough? I don't know if he has enough.
I don't know if I've ever used Jiffy, whatever this is, Jiffy cornbread mix.
Oh, he has enough. Okay. Sorry, I doubted you,
I guess that'll be enough.
Mike. Sorry, I doubted you.
Following your recipe, brother.
I mean, at some point too, I guess the cheese mixes with the Jiffy.
Oh, that's on Guns. He's a buddy of mine who lives out in Texas.
What is Alton
Just
Brown?
celebrated his 15th birthday a while back.
I'm gonna write that one down, Kenjiro. Alton Brown.
Oh.
I don't think I've ever heard of that.
We'll see.
Is that in the queso, Kenjiro?
Don't seem to be quite enough to cover
Alton
the whole
Brown.
thing, but just like in my
Cream corn
cheeseburger
cornbread.
pie
Okay. Cream
video,
corn.
I didn't think that was enough.
Never heard of that. I'm gonna put that on my
But it was
list.
plenty. So
Okay,
it
so
says to
cornbread.
call or bake in the oven at 400 degrees for 25 minutes or until the top is brown. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to throw this in the oven. And in about 20 minutes, I'm going to come back and I'll probably put some more cheese on top of it. And then let it cook and we'll see what it looks like.
We love us some cornbread in the South.
All right, I just pulled this thing out of the
Box
oven.
of corn
and
mix.
it's screaming hot.
All directions.
Now what I did, after about 20 minutes, I pulled the pan out.
Add
put some more
jalapeno,
cheese on
sausage,
top of that,
cheese. Ooh, yeah, it does.
cornmeal or cornbread
oh my
mix,
gosh.
that Jiffy stuff.
Right now we do.
Stick it back in the oven, turn it on boil just for a few minutes just to get a little color. on top of that cheese. Man, I tell you what, it's got the whole house smelling like a taco. Ooh, this is like a big taco pie. So let's let this thing cool
Some
off for a few
jalapenos.
minutes, and we'll be back.
Is it like breakfast
All right,
sausage
I'll
soup?
let this bad boy cool off for about 15 minutes. It's probably still too hot, but I gotta have a taste of it. Mm-hmm.
Cooking 8x8.
Just spatula and cut into it. Boy, that pan's still too hot.
I've never had Alton Brown.
Oh, let's cut us a pizza slice out of it if we can. Yeah, I see that steam
Mexican
coming up. It's gonna be
skillet.
hot. Might not be pretty, but
Yeah, tortilla chips instead. That sounds. I'm all in on that one. I still got to do the freaking egg rolls. I'm trying to get to the egg rolls. I just haven't got a chance to it. The boy is having salmon nigiri and salmon rolls for breakfast.
I believe so.
Breakfast of champions. Boris, you have never tried cornbread?
Black beans. What's really look good? It smells awesome. Here we go.
Oh, that sneeze. Give me that ASMR.
Oh man. Lasso and guns. You hit this one out of the ballpark, buddy. Wow.
Oh, Alton Brown, the kind of quirky chef.
I wish
I know who you're talking about now.
Today. It's some sour cream to go on the side. Or
I don't know.
something.
You doing it wrong? I don't know if we could get that through customs. I'm pretty sure they might say in his country that it's an invasive species. Okay, Alton Brown. Yes, he's got glasses. I love that guy.
Guys, that is really, really good. I'm not kidding. Lasso and guns, thank you, buddy, for sending me that recipe.
Is that a big old case of beer he's got behind him?
Man, I'm going to eat. As always, everybody, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate your views and all the friendship and support on here. I'm fixing to go pig out. Bye, guys.
I like that guy. Mike's he's good. He's salt of the earth. Oh my gosh. Look at the hold on a second. Look at the thumbnail on this one. This one says pizza cake. Do y'all see that? Pizza cake. Are y'all seeing that? Did y'all see that pizza cake? I think we got to watch Pizza Cake tomorrow. Okay, so it's not corn you buy, it's the way he makes it. Is that right? I'll have to check him out. I used to love watching all because he's just so quirky and I just like that he did everything in a very different and sometimes scientific way, and it was just really fun to watch. I used to watch Mr. Wizard all the time when I was younger, so like Mr. Wizard / cooking is pretty awesome. For some reason, I mean, and I watched him when he was always wearing the bow tie. Does he wear the bow tie anymore? I don't know if he wears the bow tie anymore. We should send some Jiffy Mix. I want pizza cake for bread. I mean, that I don't know what to think of pizza cake. I think we're gonna watch Pizza Cake on Thursday because because my wife will be back and my wife loves Italian food, pizza, and all that kind of stuff. Pizza Cake sounds like a winner chicken dinner, just in my opinion. I don't know about you guys, and gals, Sue, but I could go for some pizza cake. I shouldn't have any pizza cake. I got to see my doctor on Friday. He's gonna be happy. I've been dropping weight. He is gonna be happy about that, but he's gonna be pissed because I didn't drop as much as he wanted me to drop. But Dad, that's just how it goes. I mean, but I would absolutely take some pizza cake. I would be on board for some pizza cake, 100%. No problem there. I would take it. Oh, mercy. He also has bacon pancakes. Has anybody had a bacon Look, hold on one second. Did y'all see that? Bacon pancakes. Look at this. Bacon pancakes. He needs a cookbook. All his dang self. Yeah, I love little recipes. When I got time to cook, I think that's why I smoke most meats, because it's just like, it's kind of no-brainer. It's just very easy to smoke meats, and it still tastes good, and then you can just kind of use it with whatever you just throw together. That's what I like about barbecue. Barbecue, you can have coleslaw, you can have corn, you can have pasta salad, you can have, I mean, whatever you want. I've had a bacon donut. Have you ever had a bacon donut? I had that in Round Rock, down in Texas. All down in Texas. I need to make a bacon pancake. There's just so many good things. I'll take them all. They're so good. I can't afford Wagyu tenderloin Congiro. With a lot. Okay. All right. Do you realize we just watched a video with a guy using some Jiffy corn muffin mix? I don't have that kind of budget, man. Oh my gosh. Yeah, bacon pancakes. I might have to check that one out. I think that would be a fun little breakfast. I don't know. We'll see. I got them damn egg rolls. We'll see you later.